Hey, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for checking out my channel here. We are doing an epic New Year's or end of the year breakfast. Now in some of my earlier videos, you see we got our bacon and pieces going here in a big cast iron. Cooking some of that bacon fat and making up some good gravy. And you'll notice I don't even have the pan turned on. I just had it nice and hot, and had my consistency up pretty high and liquidy, but I'm perfecting that gravy by stirring it. Anyway, you can watch that gravy video as well. Just had to give that a good stir. But what we're doing right now is we're gonna finish it off. Got my biscuits in the oven, already cooling off down there. Got the gravy's gonna be just about ready in a minute. Got my old man here, gonna get some plates ready. We're gonna cook these eggs and it's all gonna come out in perfect timing. Now, I do like to use a non-stick pan for making eggs, because for flipping and stuff like that, it is just easier than cast iron, but I love cast iron for everything else. And I got my eggs to room temperature, which I think is very important for your cooking consistency. Now, I'm gonna crack these jokers real quick. Oop. Get rid of that little piece. Usually I don't do that. Got that one hand crack method. Maybe it's not the best. I don't care. It's the end of the year. Let's see if I can get, yeah, I got that one with no pieces or parts. Now I'm gonna do my eggs over medium here. Totally filling up the pan. Unfortunately, broke that yolk. Was a little bit too quick on my egg crack there and broke the yolk, which is not ideal, but you know what? Who cares? Main thing I'm just gonna show you in this particular video, there's plenty of egg cooking videos out there. Hey, let's give that gravy a stir. Now, I'll tell you what, now you gotta watch my gravy making video with my dad here, old Southern recipe.
I think I'm gonna put a little bit more pepper in that.
A little more pepper, yeah.
A little bit more pepper.
But as you see in that video too, when it comes to making gravy, man, you don't want to overcook it. Now, on my over medium eggs, once I get that initial thing going, I like to put a lid on top to trap some of that heat to start cooking the top of those eggs a little bit more. At least to make them firm up for my flip, okay? And I'm definitely doing it on medium heat. I'm even gonna turn it down a little bit. As you can see there, eggs are starting to bubble up a little bit. Once it starts to bubble up and the whole thing will shake a little bit like that, definitely wanna put a lid on it. Put a little bit heat back on top of those eggs. Man, let's steal a little piece of that bacon too. Steal another piece. Dang, look at that. Oh man. Let's take a little side note. Put a drop of honey on there. Okay. So anyway, hand me that spatula. So I'll free up the side of these eggs here. Again, putting that little lid on top helped get that liquid a little more stable there. And again, I hate that I messed up my yolk. But now that the whole thing's moving pretty good, and I put some butter in the pan before and heated it up, so I didn't show that part, but hey, that's pretty easy to understand. It's actually still a little bit too liquidy. Put that top back on for just a minute. Eggs over medium, and many chefs will agree, and anyone that cooks a lot, eggs over medium is one of the hardest eggs to make. It's easy to make them over easy, and it's easy to overcook them. But over medium, when you cut into the egg, it will barely run out, but it won't run past the egg. So it's still slightly runny and almost like jelly consistency, but not a liquid consistency and not overdone. Why don't you grab some plates, Daddy-O? All right. Oh yeah. Now we're ready to flip these babies, okay? And even in this little pan, this ain't gonna be necessarily easy. I'll probably mess it up. Ooh, there we go. And that's okay. I got it as good as I could. That'll be fine. Okay, now here's the secret to not overcooking it, but getting it just right. I just flipped it over and I'm talking and yapping or whatever, but to me, The real secret is turning the pan off and waiting 1.5 minutes with your pan off. And I've been talking for about 30 seconds, so we're gonna wait 1 more minute. And then we're gonna plate these things and do the ever important test. Hopefully I got them right. How's that gravy looking?
I think it's doing well.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, that's the thickness.
That's the thickness you want,
That's
huh?
what you want.
And see, and how long, that pan's been off this whole time and still steaming. I love cooking with cast iron for that reason, but you also gotta be careful cooking with cast iron and not overdo it. And remember that you can turn it off. All right. So now we're at basically 1 whole minute since I've done my flip. We're coming up on our 1.5 minutes, and we're gonna see if I got it just right. Again, just right is when it comes out almost like the consistency of jelly. Dig a fork out of here. Oh, and here we're coming up on about 1.5 minutes, roughly.
Let's break a couple of those biscuits out of the oven.
Oh yeah, we will.
Put on this plate.
But hold on, I just want to, for the video purposes. Now let's see if I got it right. Now again, I'm gonna break it in half for me and my dad here. Oh yeah, see that? It's just oozing out a little bit and almost like a jelly type consistency on that one. That's perfect over medium eggs. One of the hardest things to do. So anyway, grab your plate. Let's plate up this crazy good breakfast. Here's a biscuit for you. Oh, a biscuit for me.
Okay.
So we're gonna take here, split that biscuit in half. Oh yeah, perfect cook time on that biscuit. It's all right if it don't quite break open perfectly because we're gonna cover it up and make it perfect. Some of that gravy. Look at that gravy spoon. Gravy me up. Be heavy with that gravy hand too. It's all right, you know, especially for a New Year's meal like this. Come on now. You gotta cover
just
them
got
up.
2 smaller spoons. Now we need a big spoon, but
Yeah, you don't want to see no biscuit at all, preferably. And let me 1 more scoop on each one, and that'll pretty much do it.
this thickness, you see the gravy doesn't really run too much.
Yep.
It stays on the biscuit.
And click down below, you'll watch the rest of these videos that we did making this gravy, making this bits and pieces bacon here, which is awesome and a good deal. And don't forget what we got over here. Sitting on the side, just chilling out, is that leftover Christmas ham. Again, the video's down there, just talking about that a little bit. Now, I'm gonna finish off this epic, amazing breakfast by breaking apart another biscuit, being real crazy, putting some honey on it, and some mustard. And guess what you get when you do that? You get honey mustard. Then I'm gonna take a couple pieces of this frickin' ham, put on there like that.
Thank you, Daddy-O.
You want one too?
Yes, son.
Oh man.
Serve your old man.
Really?
Be polite.
Dang. Oh, okay. I gotcha. All right, I'll make another one. Why not? Boom. This is one of my favorite treats, actually. Fried this ham up in some butter in that cast iron. So it gets that extra little butter flavor. Throw you a little bit of mustard and honey on there. Now look at that. Look at that epic New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve, last day of 2016 breakfast. We're gonna start it out right, and then we're gonna start to get liquored up. Anyway, thanks for checking out my little eggs over medium. That's one of my best ever. Look at that. I mean, seriously. See how slow that ooze is? It's almost like a jelly, almost like a honey type consistency. One of the hardest things to do, I promise you, is get eggs over medium perfect. Very good challenge. Anyway, hit that thumbs up for my video. Hope you have an awesome day. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of it. Check out my other videos that go along with this little series of cooking this epic breakfast.
And have a good New Year's.
Have a good New Year's.